Welcome to Batman. Yes, welcome to Batman Arkham Knight on PC. This is the latest update since the game was re-released on Steam last week, or maybe the week before. Let's just say end of October. Whoa, and they fixed everything, right? Well, no, you probably read online that, well, there's probably still a few problems remaining for most owners, to such an extent that they've actually offered refunds for everyone. Personally, I'm not going to take them up on this offer, because I only paid £20 for the game and the premium edition, so to me it's still kind of a deal. So, what exactly is wrong with it? Well, probably easier just to show you. As you can see, it's been stuttering quite a bit, but if we jump off this ledge, this is the actual experience. Personally, I'm not convinced that it's because my computer isn't powerful enough. I'm currently playing the game in 720p, pretty much everything's on low, and normally, like, pretty much every game that I've played, equivalent to, like, Xbox One, PS4 releases, they've all run at ultra settings on, like, 900 or 720p, and, like, had the really high frame rates as well. Further proof of this theory is that whenever I'm indoors in the game, I don't really see as many problems, or if it's just like now, just walking about, you don't have to sort of render much in the background, and, well, it kind of runs fine sometimes. So it's generally just when you're outside or driving, but it is quite annoying. Considering most of the story missions take place in places that are inside, I've actually got quite far through the game. Like, this is probably about a quarter. It's just a shame when you are, like, flying about, gliding, that the game stops. So now I'm going to show you one of the Predator encounters in the game on one of the towers. Let's see how well the game can hold up. As you can see, now that we're in quite a confined environment, the game runs, well, not exactly 100% smoothly, but enough so that you can play without any real hitches. When doing quite strenuous actions for the processor, the game obviously will slow down, but I think it's more to do with the stuff around the game rather than what's actually happening close by. I think there's something going wrong with trying to render the city. I've said before, I'll probably say again about how I think insides are a much more smooth gameplay experience. I should probably say interiors, whatever. As you can see from the gameplay, it's pretty much standard Batman fare. That is Batman Arkham games. And to be fair, if it's not broke, why fix it? It's really good. I find that the gameplay's been refined so much, it's just perfect. There might not be as many new additions as I'd like, but it's still so satisfying. And yes, the big elephant in the room is probably the Batmobile. It's kind of a pointless addition because most of the time you can get around the city much faster by gliding, and the only time you actually need to use the Batmobile is for, like, really terrible gunfights against drones. It's not really fun, and it's very much not Batman. And for myself personally, playing it on PC in the Batmobile, it's more than a stutter. It's like 1 frame per 5 seconds. It's quite arduous. I generally have to put the resolution down a bit further just to get a good frame rate. Thankfully, encounters like this, they go quite smoothly. I'm doing quite well as Batman, if I don't mind saying so myself. Not perfect, but at least the game's not stuttering and, I don't know, taking away the beauty of silently taking out everyone. It's satisfying. I need to get a thesaurus. Worth remembering though that I only managed to get, like, used to the gameplay from playing the Xbox One version, so... Worth remembering too that the game was even more unplayable before these patches were put in. I'm not dismissing the effort that's been put in already. It is like really a lot better, but it's just not good enough at the moment, personally. It is playable though, like I say. I've got to wonder why I was playing Mad Max on Ultra 900p and having an excellent frame rate. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, what does Batman do that is so intensive on these computers? Okay, let's have a look at what the game will look like. We put everything up to high. Yes, I want to apply, and my menu screen's crashing a bit. Eagle-eyed viewers will see that it requires more than twice my power. Huzzah! Let's have a look how it runs.
No, you will not beat me this time. It is utterly impossible. You cannot do it. I have won already.
As you can see, it runs okay. Like, I'm probably gonna have stuttering and stuff when I glide, but I get that anyway. Everything's working pretty fine. I reckon that's the problem. They've got way too much running in the background. There's no reason to have, like, all the drones and stuff on the next island, like, fully operational. Just have them as, like, lights or something. Have a bit of fog. I don't know. If the game can't run, you gotta make compromises somewhere. For now, it just feels like Warner Brothers or Rocksteady or whatever, whoever's doing it, have said, well, we'll just try and up the minimal requirements. The game needs a lot of work, but I reckon it'll be worth it in the end. We're back on normal settings now, but I've turned up the texture filtering. This way the game appears to have less jagged stuff. Well, I don't really know, I don't know enough about the technological side to explain it, I'm afraid. But basically, if you're willing to pop everything down to a lower resolution and make compromises, you can play Arkham Knight very well on the PC, as long as you don't glide about too much. Which is pretty much what Batman's all about. Well, that and beating people up.
Riddler.
So there we have it, a not at all in-depth look at how rubbish Arkham Knight still runs. Hopefully they'll keep fixing it, and maybe this time next year it'll be running perfectly. But for now, you've got to make a lot of compromises and put up with a lot of stuttering. Still, just get it on one of the consoles, much easier.